Bøko Håram are not terrorists. Fulani herdsmen that have been designated as the fourth most dangerous organization in the world, terrorist organization in the world, are not terrorists. ISWAP are not terrorists. But social media is the biggest terrorist organization in the whole of Nigeria. Not for me. Who made that SULTAN of Sokoto, and we have the videos. He said it yesterday, Wednesday. Mr. Chedu Marquez, but if you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, and drop your comments. Then click the like button, like, and also share with others. Mr. Chedu Marquez, a big bombshell in Nigeria. Social media is the biggest noise in Nigeria. What do you have to say about this from SULTAN of Sokoto?
Well, I don't know, because where he got that understanding, because I know that it looks like they are sensing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu might be deviating from the original plan over the issue that has to do with conquest by force. Fulfilling, the last generation of Uthman Danfodio in Nigeria. They came. I wonder how it took Uthman Danfodio from 1904 to 1804 to 1808 to conquer the whole northern, just 4 years to conquer the whole northerners. Unfortunately, but what we're saying at that point is that his elements, his great-grandchildren are still maintaining that the Igbo land must be Islamized, and anything that will be exposing that agenda to the world must be seen as a terrorist organization. That tells you what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what happened to Simon Ekpa. Why the conspiracy against people who are exposing the atrocities and agenda of the Islamization. It became very prominent under Buhari, and the baton was transferred to Muslim ticket under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But whether the Yorubas like it or not, Tinubu is running an agenda that's in tone with Islamization agenda. I can tell you, he agreed, the power did, the engineer did. When Jonathan was president of Nigeria, we saw how these people with Jonathan, Buhari, and all of them, including Atiku, came together and formed a Islamic military against Jonathan's regime. We saw the bombing of the United Nations. We saw the kidnapping in Chibok. We saw a lot of things, strange things happening. With that, they were able to discredit Jonathan's government. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was part of that agreement, and the consequences of it, he will face it. Anybody that championed these people that went as far as renegated the issue that has to do with the Aburi Accord, destroyed an Igbo's way to war for good years. 6 million Igbos were slaughtered, and they said, the Bible said that the hand of sword will not depart from there. Then I'm telling you, what is going to face them will be more. But I can tell you that the Igbo land, the Biafran land, is the red line for anything Islamization.
That Igbos cannot be Islamized.
We've seen the Southwest alone, the Yorubas already have gotten up to 40% Islam. Or 50%, let me tell it that way. So, like the son of Sokoto said, it will be very easy to overrun them. They're not the problem. But I am telling you that Nigeria, let them separate and do. Now they're saying Odua Nation. What is going to happen to Odua Nation? What's going to happen to over 6 million people that were killed by the Northerners? Just because they said, please, we don't want to be part of this agreement.
But many governors are building mosques. Let
me tell you, if they are building mosques, as you said, of what is the significance, what is the number? Somebody can just go and do that anyway, like other parts of the world. But what is the impact? There's no impact. They cannot go to a community of 10 people and you see a Fulani man there. So there's nothing like Fulani. Our blood, our generation does not lie with Britain. Our generation does not lie with the Fulanis. Our generation does not lie with any of them. Our generation lied with the Jewish kingdom. So we are, even without the British, the colonial masters, or the Portuguese coming, we know our chi. That's the fact. We know our chi. We know where we belong. We know what to do. We know how to go about it. So if you are saying at this point in time now that Nigerians should not be reporting the calamity that is going on in different states of the country without government intervention, then you are saying anybody that is holding phone is a terrorist.
But what is more now,
including Tinubu's son, Sheyi, who is holding phone, is a terrorist. Anybody, governor, someone who is holding phone is a terrorist. Anybody that is holding anything that has to do with social media in Nigeria is a terrorist. That's what SULTAN of Sokoto is saying. And we must understand it like that.
I'm talking to my case. 2 minutes more. Let us show our viewers the evidence. So, yesterday, he said it. That's the head of Muslim in the whole of Nigeria. That's SULTAN of Sokoto, Alhaji Sahad Abubakar III. He said it. Social media is the biggest terrorist in Nigeria. But I'm looking at about Bøko Håram, about the Fulani herdsmen who killed many people in Plateau State, even in Benue State.
They told you that Bøko Håram is not a killer organization. That Bøko Håram is fighting for freedom. Bøko Håram is fighting for their rights. Well, have you been to these people? Have you engaged them for you to understand the perception, what they understand, what they mean by Bøko Håram, what they mean by Fulanization, what they mean by Islamization, the relationship, the idea, the concept between them and those who align with them. So don't tell me that they are seeing what Bøko Håram is. Why is it? Even if you see some of their governors pretending as if they are condemning these people, Northern Elders Forum or whatever, bros, behind the scene, they know that they have structures that are meant to make sure that at the end of the day, even if it's going to take them 100 years, that Nigeria must fall into Islamic state. That is the clear picture. That's the fact.
Now, let me allow you and our viewers to see the video of SULTAN of Sokoto. He said it, that social media is the biggest terrorist in Nigeria. Then we'll come back again and go to Ghana. What's happening there?
What happened has happened, and it's there written. You can't come and be through social media, but that's one terrorist organization, social media. Social media is a terrorist organization. What they do, what they put somebody in his comfort room and formulate stories, and you will swear that it's true. So, social media is a terrorist organization that we must deal with. Security agencies must deal with this terrorist organization called social media. So we're not happy with what's been happening either on the platform.
After seeing the videos of SULTAN of Sokoto, let's go to Ghana. Ghana yesterday, the mayor, there's a video to it to show you that he said any cow on the streets in Ghana, they should be sort of soup and give it to the prisoners. Can Nigeria make that same law?
Nigeria cannot make that law. Anybody, if you're expecting Nigeria to make that law, there's no. You wait until maybe the world is about to come to an end. Nigeria cannot make that law because you can see that everywhere you see they claim they are the owners of Nigeria. That's what they tell you. They control Nigeria. They control themselves. Thank God they control Nigeria. They cannot control Biafra. As simple as that.
They cannot control Biafra.
Yes, they control Nigeria, but they cannot control Biafra. Let them. That's why I said that. Those who believe in Nigeria, those who are Nigerian should join Nigerian military. As simple as that. Stop moving from one place to another, seeking for. Igbos are not interested. I've gone for. Most of them are already in Israel, undergoing different security. Obtaining knowledge, doing a lot of innovation, going into technology. You know that the next generation of warfare is not shoot me, I shoot you. It requires some level of high tech, for you to conquer your enemy. But they are busy. Every morning you wake up in the morning, you see how thousands of cars are parading on the street, disturbing economic activities, and when they can't find anything on the city, they move it to your farmland and destroy it in less than 2 seconds. And that is what the Ghanaian government has already signaled, because it looks like there is massive uprising against the Fulanis in Nigeria, and their next target is going to be Ghana. So the Ghanaian government have sensed security threat from the Fulanis, and they have issued it clearly that no Fulani is wanted in Ghana with their cow. As simple as that. So if there's going to be over 200 million people uprising against the Fulanis of 16 million in Nigeria, then you know that their next target is Ghana, and Ghana is already building a defensive network already to resist the influence. Maybe that will help Nigeria sustain or reduce the level of massive killing that is going on, that the Sultan of Sokoto, who happened to be the head of Islamic nation in Nigeria, saying it clearly that nobody is dying, nobody died in Nigeria, and that anybody that put up anything on social media is a terrorist.
See how that's the South African Republic. You saw how they dealt with the Fulanis. Even Angola banned Islam. That's one side. But Ghana banned the herdsmen from their bushes. Nigeria is the jet of Africa. That's what we hear. We know or what we hear. Can't we copy from Ghana how they are dealing with the Fulani?
Okay, there's nothing to copy because Nigeria can be sabotaged at any time. Anything you bring here can be sabotaged. And Nigeria is not meant to be. And that's why any day you wake up, all the blacks all over the world, all the youth, reasonable ones in Nigeria and beyond Africa, should stand up in 1 million ovation for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, 1 million ovation for Simon Ekpa. Of course, we believe that they use their Arab links, with the U.S. President Barack Obama. They use their Arab link with Joe Biden. They also use their Arab link in the Middle East and in Kenya to perpetrate that kind of calamity against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was busy unveiling them. I keep on saying it, the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was as a result of what the damage he has done to the Fulanis, and they said we must not allow this man to survive. And that is why it's a clear signal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is already aligning with the Fulanis and pretending to be on the other side. Look at his appointment. There was no Igbo man that was appointed. He was busy Yorubalizing everywhere, and then Yorubas you are putting there are Arab Yorubas. You know what Arab Yorubas is? Nobody will tell you that language. Nobody will use that language for you. But they are Arab Yorubas, and these are the people who have the same link with Islamization agenda. The same people who brought Buhari. The same people who brought some of these things that has come to threaten.
Occupying people, killing people, raping people, do all sorts of things. Yet Bola Ahmed Tinubu could not make a statement. Don't forget that the Musa, Musa told them Bola Ahmed Tinubu that Fulani and Hausa, this is the cause of their problem. And Tinubu addressed it. The answer is no. Look at the killings everywhere in Nigeria. Fulani men have been killing. As Bola Ahmed Tinubu make a statement about it, the answer is no. But you can go to River State to go and declare state of emergency in River State, because that is he knows that is where they are stealing Nigerian money. That is where they are making Nigerian money. They can say that, but people that are dying, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not care about people who are dying. So for me, Fulani herdsmen, everybody should stand up, defend on yourself. Don't wait on federal government. The little security Nigerians have, they are in the hands of politicians, moving from one place to another for president. If you wait for Nigerian politicians to come and protect you, you're wasting your time. And that's why this new DSS boss, Mr. Ajayi, told rise up and defend yourself. That is it.
Over the course of the weekend, we saw how the Nigerian army has seen at them. The Igbo youths are not joining the military. If we give an example, that Kaduna has 3,000 applicants, Enugu State has less than 100. That the Igbo youths are refusing to join the Nigerian army. But an Igbo youth is saying that even if we join the army, you cannot make us the organ of the army. That you don't trust us in Nigeria. Do you think that the Igbo youths are justified in not want to join the Nigerian army?
Yes, of course. Igbo men have every right to join Nigerian army, because for me, the Yorubas and the Hausas have claimed that this country belongs to them. When they come to presidency, they say Igbos are not good to rule as in Nigeria. But when they come to army, you are begging them to come and join army. You bring a point. When last did you see any Igbo man who is the head of the army, Nigerian army? When even the Nigerian police, since FPC came into Nigeria, they have destroyed our institutions. Before, when PDP was there, they know how to retake this power. But ever since FPC come, it has been in the hand of Yoruba and Hausa Fulani. So you are pushing people aside. How do you now expect these Igbos to come and join Nigerian army? Igbos can never join Nigerian army. They are telling you they are not belong to Nigeria. They want to leave, and there is no anything. There's no anything that look at what is happening. Igbo man will go and join Nigerian army. You push them to the north to go and fight Boko Haram. You bring the Boko Haram Nigerian armies, Northerners army. You bring them to southeast, and they are serving southeast. But over there, Fulani men will kill them. Let me shock you, in Borno, 3 Nigerian soldiers. I don't know whether they are Igbo, whether they are Hausa or Yorubas. I don't know. We are gone down by Boko Haram. We are killed. They do the video. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the federal government saw the video up to this very moment. Your 3 soldiers were gunned down by a terrorist. As I speak to you now, no statement from federal government about it, no sympathy, nothing. And you expect Igbo man to go and join. How much is Nigerian government paying a soldier? Do you know what an Igbo man is? Average Igbo man can be selling this paper he will use to build house, because God has given them the understanding how to make money. So majority of them, whatever they like, let them start begging. Igbo, average Igbo people have made up their mind they are not part of Nigeria. It is only their body that you are seeing. Their spirit have left Nigeria a long time ago, and that's why we keep praying for Ayo Adebanjo, one of man who stood in Southwest and said justice, equity must reign in Nigeria. Allow Igbo man to rule. After Obasanjo has spent 8 years, Osinbajo spent vice president spent 8 years, and not have gotten their share. Allow Igbo man to come and rule. Let's see what Igbo man can offer, because Hausa and Yoruba, they have fed this country. They are part of people who destroy this country. Allow Igbo man to bring. Let's see what Igbo man can do. But they look into the man eye, they pour it on his face. They say, oh, Jagaban, our local. Today, our local. Nigerians are hungry. Today, our local. Nigeria cannot send their children to school. So for me, it's a waste of time. Let them go and look for the northerner. Let them go and look for Yoruba people that will feed the armies to secure them.
Now, as we close, another line of thought, we say that the Igbos too must find a way to abandon their Biafra agitation. I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu here. They must abandon the Biafra agitation and them embrace the Nigerian spirit. Then they can be made president. Do you agree with that? And people should abandon Biafra and then find a way to embrace all parts of Nigeria.
It is too late for Biafrans, Igbos to abandon Biafra. I have told you, if you are watching this video, subscribe to this channel, on your notification. I am not an Igbo man. I am from Middlebelt, from Kogi. We don't fear any man, but we fear God. I have told you that it is too late for Biafrans to abandon the struggle, because after the Biafra war, the one told the Igbos, no victor, no vanquish. They come together, let's form Nigeria, and Igbos, they are abandoned. They came in number. Today, what has Igbos received in turn? They receive pain, they receive agony from Nigeria government. They push them aside. Igbos, when they come to reunite Nigeria, you bring Igbos, but when they come to power, sharing power, you put Igbos aside. Igbos are not good to take over Nigeria, and now you are telling them to forget, to forsake Biafrans and come Nigeria. Let me tell you, the Yorubas too, they are angry. Yorubas want to go. Average Yorubas are suffering under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The only Yorubas that are enjoying under Bola Ahmed Tinubu are politicians, which they are not up to 3%. Average Yorubas now cannot go to market to buy food to feed their children. Average Yorubas now cannot send their children to school. So nobody is happy to be in Nigeria. As former President Bøko Håram has said that nobody is Nigeria. Nigeria is a scam. Nigeria has expired. Divide this country, let everybody go. Because in Hausa land, you cannot tell me what the meaning of Nigeria. In Igbo land, you cannot tell me what the meaning of Nigeria. In Yoruba, you cannot tell me what the meaning of Nigeria. The British, just to meet Nigeria, those who continue making this country. That's why they bring us together, and they gave us an English name, Nigeria. So today we are saying to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, don't forget that I was the one who said it before the general election. So Bola Peter Obi win election, whether Atiku win, all this governor wrong man who is there, the Jagaban now, that win. If they refuse to do these two things, no changes will come. People post it on me. Today, have you seen the effect of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? As I speak to you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime is worse than Buhari regime as I speak to you. Because under Buhari pays subsidy and he's still borrowing. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not paying subsidy, he's still borrowing. People cannot eat. So who is what? So as I speak to you, these are the two things I prescribe for Nigerians. We must what our government to do. One is either you divide this country, let everybody go their own way. Or if you wish that we should be one, restructure the country, let everybody go, control their resources. Federal government will just be a figurehead like as US here. We copy our democracy from US. Why can't we imitate the way US practice their democracy? But Trump cannot just wake up overnight and go and declare state of emergency in Florida, like as Tinubu have done in River State. You go there, you remove a sitting governor, you remove the deputy, and you plant your own person there to be bringing the money for you. But then this is not acceptable. If we talk about country, it's not a country anymore. A country where Nigerians are selling their father property, as your father have never to build, you sell it. You want to run to UK, you go to UK, you'll be doing a cleaning job. This is no longer a country. That's why Nnamdi Kanu call this country a zoo. A zoo is far better than Nigeria's style, because in a zoo, when lions show up every other animal, they stand. The tiger cannot challenge the lion. As I speak to you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of Nigeria today. Fulani men are killing. Boko Haram are destroying. Is zoo not better than this?
But then now as we close, so I can show you all the videos. River State of emergency that when they bombed oil facility, over 100 human beings have been killed in Plateau, no emergency, in a no emergency. Are you saying that the oil is more better than human being in Nigeria?